Welcome to Unseen Cuisine. I want to thank you guys for coming. I want to thank you guys for being supportive. I also want to thank you guys for continuously watching the videos, which hopefully they are awesome. Now, what I want to do is, I have to say this. I want you guys to know that we are 100% exclusively dairy-free. But you can substitute some of the dairy-free items for dairy items if you desire. But everything that you see that I cook, everything that you see on the website, yes, the website is up, and you can go to www.unseencuisine.com for recipes, for cooking tips, for lifestyle tips, for health coaching, and there's a lot of different things on it, and there's something for everyone. So again, I just want you to know that even with the recipes that you see on there, where it calls for heavy cream, where it calls for Parmesan cream, cheese, where it calls for sour cream, things of that nature, it's always going to be 100% dairy free. Now, with that said, today's episode, we are tackling Mongolian beef. I love Asian food, and everything about it is so healthy. They use fresh vegetables, and I think that I'm one of the number one big consumers in that area. But again, I have to cook everything myself. So, without further ado, let's get cooking. Hey, what's up, everybody? Again, we're going to meet the players. We're going to do this into two sections. One is going to be the section for the beef, and then the next section is going to be for the actual sauce. So let's go ahead and meet the players for the beef. This is what we got up first. We got green onions. Green onions, you're going to use a third of green onions, and you're going to cut them pretty big. So let me go ahead and show you this. So let me get this container right here, and trusty old knife. So you want to cut off the tips, put that to the side, and then you just want to cut big, like that. I love green onions. So you want to cut like that, put it in there, and then with these, what you want to do is now with these, you can cut a little smaller. So what we're going to do, we're going to move these green onions to the side, move that, and then we're just going to cut them a little smaller. I love green onions, which is also called scallions. So we're going to just cut that like that. All you need is a third of a cup, but you know, you're feeding a whole bunch of people, and I know there's a whole bunch of people that really, really loves green onions, really love Mongolian beef. So we got that. Let's meet the next players. Next up, we have mushrooms. We have baby bellas. Now what we're going to do with these, we're going to quarter them. Now quarter them, some of them might be bigger, so you want to cut them in maybe eighths. So this is quartering, and then what we're going to do is going to quarter them again. You want to leave them big so you can be nice and meaty like with the steak, or you can slice them, and then you know, they might disappear, but a lot of people like it sliced, but for me, I like it quartered. So this is what quartering looks like, or eighths, or whatever you want to call it. You know, it's pretty cool. It'll give it a nice texture. And then next, leave that over there. And then next, we're gonna put that right back in there. We're gonna come back to that. All right. To that. And then next, we're gonna make the flank steak. The flank steak. What we're not going to do on this board, we're not going to cut the meat on this board. I have another board for myself so I can cut the meat. Remember I told y'all last time that you don't want no cross-contamination or anything like that. So my meat, my chicken, pork, seafood, all gets cut on a separate cutting board. right, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the sauce. This is the wonderful, wonderful sauce that makes up the Mongolian beef. What you're gonna do, what we're doing right here, boom, boom, soy sauce. So what we're doing, we're gonna pour 1/3 cup of soy sauce. All right, next, we're gonna get 1/3 cup of water. After that, you're gonna do 1/3 cup of brown sugar in there, and then you're going to get, well, minced garlic. And what you're going to do is do 1 teaspoon. Then what we're going to do is wipe it off. Then what we're going to do is 1 teaspoon of ginger. Ginger, good old ginger, Medea ginger. And then the top's back on. Stir. This should be enough to coat 1 pound of meat. Now next, what we're going to do, we're going to marinate, we're going to put the meat in the cornstarch, we're going to deep fry it, and then we're going to wok it up. Let's get it. What's up? What we're getting ready to do is we're getting ready to saute everything. What we're going to do, we're going to saute the mushrooms first. Let's get these mushrooms in there. You hear that bad boy? Next, we're going to put our green onions in there. Next, we're going to put the meat back in there. What I did was I fried the meat so it'll be nice and crispy. We're gonna put all that in there right now. Put it on a paper towel to drain off some of that excess meat. And then what we're going to do, toss all of this together. Look at that. Delicious. Delicious. Make sure everything is nice and hot again. Mushrooms let off water. Now, when you coat it in cornstarch, the cornstarch is supposed to adhere to it, make it nice and crispy. But then also, the cornstarch is supposed to keep the juices together. And then what we're going to do, add in the sauce. I like mine saucy. Now look at this. Nice, good. We're gonna let this sit in there, let it get a little juicy. And then what we're gonna do is, when it comes up to a little simmer, we're gonna put a little bit of cornstarch in there, tighten it up. But you gotta remember, when you use a wok or a certain kind of pan, everything should be cooked on high heat. High heat. Put about a tablespoon of cornstarch in there. a teaspoon. And then we're gonna go from there to see how thick it's gonna get. I like my sauce nice and thick, which it really adheres to the meat and it make it nice and saucy. I like my sauce just a little thick. I don't like it too runny, and that is running everywhere. And a nice Mongolian beef has sauce that sticks to the meat. See how it's starting to get thick? See how it's starting to seize up on it? So keep cooking. Getting hungry just thinking about it right now. Now what we're going to do is turn this off, and then here you have it. There you have it. Mongolian beef. We're going to plate it up right now. See how nice and gooey it is? And here go the finished product. And here you have it. The Mongolian beef, one of my favorite things from Asian cuisine. First time I had this bad boy, I was in California, San Leandro, and this one place gave it to me just like that with some fried rice. Now that's what I'm gonna get ready to make. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of Mongolian beef. Make sure that you check out the website, www.unseencuisine.com, for more tips, recipes, and let's eat.